Nicole Scott here from Mobile Geeks, and we're at the show floor at the Huawei booth. Definitely one of my favorite booths of the show because there's a lot of products here that I want to check out. We are going to start with the brand new Nova series smartphone. Sorry about that, we'll steal this in here. So this is the Nova Plus. This is their 5.5-inch brand new smartphone. It's going for the mid-range, but we still have a great all-metal chassis. I've got the pink version here. We have the same square camera, 16 megapixel OIS with the fingerprint sensor. If you're familiar with the Mate 8, we should be getting around the same camera quality, which is what we're going to check out right now. So let's launch this bad boy up. And Huawei has a fantastic little scenescape here for us to zoom in on. Oh, there they go. There's some guys having a ride there. And then let's check out the quality of the photos. So here we go. You see they're in fast motion there, still capturing them. There they are. See how they're swinging around, but these guys are still in focus? That one's still in focus. Very cool. So you can see that for a mid-range camera, we still have a great amount of detail on these trees, these tiny little people. You can make out, she's wearing a hat with hair, hands on her hips. I can almost see like a belt on there. Oh, that was an old couple? Yeah, so amazing camera quality for something that is only around, I think it's 399 euros. So full HD display, really nice viewing angles, excellent build quality, what we expect from Huawei. USB Type-C around the bottom. We have the power button, volume rocker, and then around the top, 3.5mm headphone jack, Snapdragon 625 processor, and then of course there's good RAM options and a micro SD card for expansion. So why don't we check out some of the new smartphones or some of the other smartphones that they have here at the Huawei booth. I've been a massive fan of the Huawei P9, so when the P9 came out, I was all on board. At IFA, they came out with a red version. Now, I went to Beijing for an HQ tour, and I actually requested for the P9 to be in red, and here it is today. They announced it at their press conference yesterday when they launched the Nova series, so the Nova and the Nova Plus. So here we have the P9, 5.2 inches, and on the back there you can see that it's a dual camera setup with the Leica branding. So one of these lenses is actually monochrome, which means that you can take this amazingly detailed black and white photos. Fingerprint sensor here, really great, beautiful design, and it also comes in a sky blue, which I really like the way that it kind of has that nice veined texture along the back. And here on the side in this power button, there's a tiny little glimpse of red. I find that really interesting because this little red accent is also on the Nova series. So we're seeing a little bit of continuity between the lines and the addition of like small details like that. Now here's a little one that I just wanted to show you. So this is the Nova, right? The Nova. But what's cool about this one, because we're special here on this booth tour, the Ori was actually the code name of the Nova. So here we have like an early production prototype sample, which we're pretty lucky to get our hands on. Fingerprint sensor here at the back. What I like about this is we have a great 5-inch display. There aren't a lot of really good 5-inch smartphones in the market, and if you're into something that's like really portable and good for your hand, like easy to grip, use one-handed, and doesn't really have any compromises performance-wise, because we do have a Snapdragon 625 processor, which is good on battery life. It might not be the top of the pile, but for anybody who's doing anything average, it is something totally perfect. The very special feature from the Nova, if I had kind of kept this as a surprise, front-facing camera, 8 megapixel, and then we have makeup mode. So, nude, see? Little lipstick. Oh, there are my eyelashes. Well, let's go down to the end to the more eye-popping ones there. Ooh, very colorful. Look at that, I move around, my eyelashes are still there. So it's just a really fun kind of makeup mode that we're using here. I've seen it before on other handsets, but it's always kind of fun to, well, and my lips aren't in sync, which is kind of weird. Yeah, so it's really fun. I like it a lot. Why don't we check out some different phones from, or actually, not even phones, let's see what else is on the Huawei booth here today. Smartphones are one thing, but tablets are another. They allow you to be productive and consume media in a more immersive way. Right now we're going to take a look at a very new offering here at IFA, and it is the Huawei MediaPad M3. Let's start out with the back because I love the way that this looks and feels. It's all metal. We have an 8 megapixel camera up there. You can see covered up there, it's Harman Kardon. This actually has dual speakers. It is very, very full sound. Fingerprint reader there on the front. We have an 8.4 inch display with a resolution of 2560 by 1600. Look at that, it is beautifully gorgeous IPS, great punchy colors, really nice viewing angles, and well, it is just super thin. It has an 5,000, that would be really nice, a 5,100 milliampere battery. For something that's this thin, it's quite good. Around the top, we have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack because it is very audio focused, because that's one of the things you're going to do on your tablet is listen and consume media. So there's the other speaker, the other one was there at the bottom. Here we have volume and then a power button. Again, it's running a Huawei Kirin processor at 950 with 4 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of ROM, and of course it is running Android 6.0. EMUI, no app drawer, but one of my favorites because it has strong search, so you can actually just pull down from anywhere and search inside. Now, this kind of tablet is good for consuming media, maybe getting up to a few things, but then the MateBook is a very different product category. So it fills this category because it is a 12-inch tablet and it has a keyboard, right? So if I just close this up and we'll take a look at this. So look, it has this great folio. So it's very productivity focused because we have this like really rugged kind of carry around look. There we've got a headphone jack. Around this side, that's actually a fingerprint reader, volume button, and then a USB Type-C for power and charging data. So the back actually comes down, we fold that up, and it goes into a tablet stand, and then this drops right down. So pull that up, you can see that we are running Windows 10. So it's a really this is a very productivity device because it has the keyboard, it has Windows 10, that has great things like Word. I mean, Paint is good. I mean, because you have this, you can like make notes or draw, but I'm not very artistic, so it doesn't mean a lot to me. But Word does, and a bunch of other things, and the fact that this has a good keyboard with nice travel is a little bit bouncy, but it will allow you to kind of go through those emails really quick. Let's find out what else Huawei has here at their booth, because we are not done. All right, what am I showing you now? A new watch. Actually, it's not new. It was released last year at MWC. But what I do like about the Huawei watch is you can see that we have this great kind of crystal back on it. It's just running Android Wear, so you can kind of change the faces. Really, it's an awful face. Let's go to a way more stylish one. I like that white one. A little more in tune with my Swarovski crystals here on the side. So Android Wear watch, everything that you expect from an Android Wear watch. Screen restart, everything like that, and then we'll hold down for a few notifications and our settings. All right, I'm going to untether from the counter here so that we can figure out what else is here down at the booth. Huawei phones are all about all metal design, really rugged, but Honor has just released something. I was at the San Francisco launch a couple of weeks ago and picked up the Honor 8 for review. Gotta say, for the $399 price point, really competitive. Look how beautiful it is. Look at that, catching the shimmery lights with its all glass back, 15 layers of color filters to give it this iridescent finish. This is not like your grandma's smartphone. This is a phone that is for somebody who's a little bit flashy, wants to get noticed, and loves actually being really, like there's actually very few compromises with this handset. It has the same dual camera feature as on the P9, which is a great camera, but it's missing the Leica brand. It has one monochrome lens, but it doesn't have the monochrome features, so you can't take the same detailed black and white photos as you can on the P9. That's pretty much the only difference between these two smartphones. I mean, because we have still the Android 6.0, EMUI, same kind of app drawer. When we look at the camera here, the graphics are just a little bit different than what we have on the P9. You have a really nice professional mode that pops up here from the bottom. I have to say, big fan of this camera, big fan of this phone. 5.2 inches, full HD display. Really, really no compromises because you do have the micro SD card slot for expansion there. Dual SIM, woo! USB Type-C, so we are future-proofed with 3.5mm headphone jack, and we you got a speaker there, so you can share your media really nicely. And have decent battery life for Pokemon Go. This is apparently the new standard for testing out your smartphones at the Huawei press conference, which you definitely should have watched. And I think it's available online actually. It had this really great stat that the Nova Plus had 5 hours of Pokemon Go, right? And if you're a Pokemon Go player, you'll know that's actually quite a long time. All right, so I think we've kind of come to the end of our booth tour here at Huawei. There's a lot of great devices, a lot of good announcements, and thanks so much for joining me. If you like this kind of video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us a like if you liked what I did here. Nicole Scott here from Mobile Geeks.